Sponsored by
दांतों और मसौढ़ों की समस्याओं का पूर्ण समाधान,
कब्ज और उससे संबंधित तकलीफों का समाधान। बैद्यनाथ कब्ज आहार दे कब्ज में आराम, प्राकृतिक और सुरक्षित।
The European Union on Wednesday reached an agreement on new immigration rules designed to share out the cost and work of hosting migrants evenly across the EU nations and to limit the numbers of people coming in. It took all-night talks of the representatives of the European Parliament and the EU governments to reach an accord on the EU laws collectively called the new Pact on Migration and Asylum that would take effect from next year. The new regulations encompass the screening process for all individuals entering the European Union, protocols for managing asylum seekers, criteria for determining the EU member state responsible for processing applications, and strategies for addressing crisis. The screening system will seek to distinguish between those in need of international protection and others who are not. Meanwhile, people whose asylum-seeking application has a low chance of getting success can be prevented from entering the EU and being detained at the border. The new pact also makes it mandatory for the EU nations, which are away from the borders, to choose between either accepting their share of 30,000 asylum applicants or paying at least 20,000 euros per person to the EU fund. Italian Interior Minister Matteo Piantedosi called the pact a great success for Europe and Italy, adding that the EU border nations who were exposed to migration would not have to feel burdened now. German Chancellor Olaf Scholz stated that the agreement was very important, relieving affected nations including Germany. Earlier, attempts to distribute the burden of hosting migrants faced challenges due to the reluctance of certain Eastern European member states to accept individuals who had entered Greece, Italy, and other nations. However, critics raised concerns that the pact would encourage more detention of children and families in prison-like centers and fear that it is being done to shift their asylum responsibility to non-EU nations, prevent arrivals, and speed up returns. Notably, the migrant arrivals in the European Union are way down from 2015, when more than 1 million migrants had entered. But since 2020, when the arrival was as low as 255,000, the numbers have steadily increased, with more than half crossing the Mediterranean from Africa.